Joe Biden won, so I was right.
Okay. I mean, it was 50-50 because we both picked either or. So,
Putting it out there, I was
it's,
right.
it's not like we had like four people like Canada to where you're like, all right.
Well, whatever. So, anyways, he won, thank God. And the day this drops will be Remembrance Day, so happy Remembrance Day to everybody. And yeah,
Yeah. And in Canada, we have Remembrance Day.
yeah. And yeah, that's
Oh,
basically it.
that
I
means it would mark my 2 year, well, not 2 year, my 1 year anniversary to where I took flight and left the, the continent to go to Bali.
Oh yeah, you did go to
November
Bali.
11th is when I went. It was snowing on that day when I left Canada and I arrived in China 13 hours later.
And the coronavirus supposedly actually started in November. So for all we know, you could have come into contact.
You know what? I'm not like everyone else that has been claiming, yo,
That
I
they
think
had
I
it.
had that shit in December, yo.
I know so many people who are saying that. My sister, my boyfriend, everyone's saying it, bro. Like, because both of them got really sick in December. And I
Yeah.
remember going to take care of my boyfriend. And he was like, literally, I'd never seen, like, he was like dead. Like his head even was sweating. Like, he got up from the pillow and there was a puddle of sweat on the pillow from his head. Like, it was bad, but like, I took care of him and I didn't get anything.
Yeah. I'm not like everyone else because I have one friend that keeps on saying, yo, bro, I swear I had it in January, yo.
Yes, that's what my sister's doing the same thing. She's like, I had it too. I'm like, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
sure.
I'm like, I'm not like anyone else. It's like you got that shit. I keep on telling people when they say me, yo, just keep that shit down. Keep it to yourself. Why you?
They think
And it
they're
goes
immune.
back, and huh?
They think they're immune. That's why.
And it goes back to what I said a few months ago. People are proud to say they had this shit.
I think because they don't want to catch any flack for like going out and like living a normal life after because they're like, oh, I already had it, so I'm immune, so it doesn't matter. I could do what I
People
want.
are proud to say they had corona. Why is no one proud to say they had herpes though? Like, what the fuck?
Because that's different.
What's
Herpes
different?
stays with you for the rest of your life. Coronavirus goes away after 2 weeks.
Corona can take your life.
Yeah, but herpes is more gross. Like COVID is just COVID.
Plus, herpes goes
Flu.
away. Like, it physically goes away.
Yes, but it's still dormant in your body.
Yeah, you rather have dormant herpes than exposed herpes though.
But they're gonna become exposed at some point. That's how you find out you have it.
But like, it's not. You understand? Like herpes, like it'll pop up. Like, whoa, we here today, and it's like, whoa, my week is terrible, but like it's gone for like another 7 years,
Okay.
allegedly, depending on your health.
And so
Hmm.
corona is just literally a flu. I'd
Yeah.
rather have a flu than herpes
No, what corona is just a bad cough.
and lung issues.
Yeah, like I said, it's a bad cough.
It's
That's
a
what it
bad
is.
flu.
It's a bad cough. It's just a
Flu.
bad cough. It's like that's it. And you keep it pushing.
Yeah, well, I was watching the Kardashians last week because you know how Chloe had it. So the episode I was watching
What? Yeah, damn, how do they all these celebrities who seem to be
because
aloof and out of the way, they all seem
no,
to be catching it.
they went on thing. Chloe and Kanye got it in the beginning, like when the first shutdown happened.
Kanye had it?
Yeah, Kanye had it too.
He
Kanye got
did.
it like he got it early. No, he got it in March because he had it the same time as Chloe. They both got it, and they had both gone somewhere else, like out of state beforehand, and they came back and they had it. But basically, they showed Chloe having it, and it was like super like she was good for most of the time. And then she had like 2 days where she was like really fucked up and like coughing and shaking and sweating, and
Yeah.
then after that, she was like fine.
All right, quick question. I was driving around, right? I was downtown and I was driving back up home. And I was thinking to myself, yo, why is this might be a hot take or a weird question, but why is asking someone how many kids they want on like a date not as evasive as asking someone if they give head or go down on the first date? Like, you ever ask yourself
Um,
that question? Like, I'm going on a date with you, we're vibing and shit like that. You ask me how many kids I want, and I'd be like, yo, you give head? Why is that looked at as crazy and the other one's
because
not?
because one is more explicitly insinuating sexual actions to be happening on the first date than the other. Like you're not gonna have a kid, you're not gonna impregnate someone on the first date, and
How
you're
you know
not
that?
saying And you're not saying how many times do you want to have sex in order to have kids, but saying do you want to have head is literally like saying like if
No,
somebody said
not.
that to me on a
No,
first.
no, no. You're taking my words out of context, Nina. Don't do this to me. I
No, but
said,
that's what I'm
do you
saying.
give head? I'm not asking you, can
Okay,
you give
if you
head?
say
So do you
do
give
you
head?
give head, yeah, and then it's insinuating depending on what my answer is, you might ask me to do that for you on the first
Come
date.
on,
I don't
man.
want to do that. That's true. I
No.
would be uncomfortable if somebody said that to me on the first date. You're literally asking me if I do something sexual, and the reason for you asking, obviously, what are you looking for? You're looking for an answer to the question in order to see if your needs, sexual desires can be fulfilled, and better for you if they can be fulfilled on the first date, which is just all around intrusive. Yeah, I
Okay,
wouldn't.
okay. I'll take that, and I'll raise you this. Someone asking someone how many kids they want is the same thing in terms of now you're the women have some type of imaginary family that they built up in their heads with like the amount of kids that they say.
Not with
Oh,
you
oh,
though.
you want to have 3 kids. Oh, my vagina is going to bust. I don't know if I could do that. They say
No,
some wild shit like that.
some of them, and for the ones who do, okay, fine. But like, still, like that's what I'm trying to say. When you're saying how many kids does somebody want, you're not insinuating like, oh, we need to have sex. Like like if you're asking someone, do you give head? It's more explicit and it's more like kids is looking to build with somebody. Head is just like, all right, cool. I'm just here to hook up. If you're
You
just here to
can't
hook
you
up,
can't build you can't build with me. You can't build with the person if you don't do cunnilingus or
yes,
fellatio.
obviously, but you're not explicitly insinuating that like you're not explicitly saying, hey, after we fuck, how many kids do you want to have? You're not saying that. But when you're saying to someone, do you give head, it's just way more explicit and way more like it puts you in an uncomfortable like spot where you're just like how would you feel if a girl said that to you? Actually, don't answer that. You're just gonna give a weird.
What if she asked me if I go down?
Yeah.
I feel no type of ways. I'd be like, yeah, what's
Yeah,
up?
but that's also because you're a guy. When you're a girl in this world and you get taken advantage of sexually, like think about all the girls. Like think about this, for example. You know what I'm thinking of? Like
Mm-hmm.
somebody who has had some sort of sexual like abuse or sexual assault or sexual trauma happen to them. You don't know about that, but you're on a first date with them and then you ask them this question that might traumatize them. That's where I'm thinking of where it's like it's just
How would I
even,
know?
even otherwise, like for me, like I've never had any of that happen, and for me, it like I would just be uncomfortable. Like I would be like, ew, like you're coming off as like a pedo, not a pedo, like a creep.
How? Oh, sorry. All right.
Like you're just coming off as a douchebag, basically. Like all you want to do is have sex, and that's fine if you do, but don't waste my time and take me on a date.
I think you need to have. I think women like to go on dates to understand, yo. Because hold on, the women of today need some transactional interaction with a man for them to give the coochie now.
Okay,
And
some, not all,
most,
most,
90
not all,
percentile, 90 percentile,
and not all. I'm the
90 percentile, 90 percentile.
Listen, I was always the kind of person who, like, now that I'm retired, but before that, I was always the kind of person who was like, yo, if we're just hooking up, we're just hooking up. Because then if you start, like, there was a situation where it turned into, like, hooking up and then going on dates, and then the lines got blurred. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And he was like, what the fuck is going on? And both of us had different feelings for each other, and then just ended badly. So, like, my advice to those of you who are just looking to hook up, just hook up and don't go on dates. And if you actually want a future with somebody, then go on dates. And that's how you become retired, like me.
Like I said, 90 percentile of women need some transactional interaction for them to give up the coochie. They don't want to just give up the coochie, quote unquote, for free, right? It's like, oh no, he enjoyed my time. That's why I'm giving up the
Oh my
coochie.
God, that's such bullshit. The minute you go on a date with somebody and the guy is telling you he just wants to hook up, it's literally like, it just, honestly, I feel like it's like women who, the type of women who like will use a man for like their financial situation or something, like the ones who always want something, like those are the kind who are like, oh, like he bought me a bag and then we fucked, like like it just,
Yeah.
to me that's trashy.
Mm,
Like that's
mm.
what you were looking for to have sex. Like you sound better off saying you guys both just fucked and didn't do anything else, in my opinion. You sound like a hoe if you're saying, "Oh, he bought me a bag, so I fucked him."
Yeah. It's
So
the
that's
same.
it. You could be bought.
It's the same analogy. It's that same thing as yo. At least kiss me before you fuck me, right? It's like that. At
Uh,
least At least take me out on a fucking date before you stick your dick in
But
my
that's
hole,
if
man.
but that's only I only say that if the intentions are not to build a relationship and to go any further than that. If it is, then well, if it's to go, okay, like I'm not saying you're gonna fuck after the first date, but if the
You
thing
might,
is to
you might.
well, if you're trying to build a relationship, whatever, and like you end up fucking on the first date, but
You might.
then again, those aren't the kind of people who are saying like, oh, he bought me dinner and then we fucked. Like I at least I got dinner out of it, you know? Like there's two different types of people. The ones who like to fucking be bought for get things and then fuck, and the ones who want to build and don't consider what they got out of it as a positive to having sex with the person.